Welcome back to the Love Inspired Leadership Podcast. I am so thrilled that you are here, and we're here actually to celebrate authentic transformation, purposeful courage, and the art of leading with love. Today, I'm truly excited to introduce Chew-Hoong Koh to you, and a trailblazer who's turned stress, procrastination, and self-doubt into powerful superpowers for attracting ideal clients and unlocking predictable revenue. Doesn't that sound good? I think so. So Chew's journey is a revolutionary journey for coaches, speakers, and transformational leaders, providing a path to business success that begins with calm, confident flow, and not the hustle, the drain, and the exhaustion. So Chew, thanks for being here on my podcast.
Oh, I'm so like I'm beyond happy. And when I know you, it's like, yeah, you're my person, you're my community, you're my tribe, because our big why is what's fueling us. That's why we do what we're doing, impact and legacy.
Yeah, well, what I love is having conversations like we're going to have in a moment that are so much truth in regards to the pain, the struggle of what didn't work, and how we have transformed that into this fire of desire that fuels our purpose, our perspective, our way of serving the world from our highest self. And you truly do that, Chew. And it's such an inspiration to me. And I want to share you with my audience. So my first question is this: can you share your journey from feeling really not good enough with self-doubt to creating a revolution for transformational leaders?
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, I always remember someone says, for every master that are around, they all start from a place of disaster.
That's great.
Is that true?
Master comes from disaster. Oh, I like it.
Yeah. And a lot of us, we're all human, and we all have our own messiness. The important thing is that as someone say, what do you choose? If you don't choose, you're already choosing to be where you are. And nobody to blame, really.
No.
Right? Yeah.
So how did you choose?
I chose to just say, the F word. And say, and also I've been woke up now in the middle of the night screaming about divine for the people that showed me my soul purpose. I've been asking for a long time, and finally it was revealed in my 40s. Then decided to be entrepreneurial. My gosh, it is true. It is hard. It is tough, because when you're entrepreneurial, especially from corporate, it's a whole different transition. Not just on the identity level. I enjoy being a worker bee. I was a manager. I said, forget that worker bee. I love to do it. Suddenly, what do I do, entrepreneur? All these hats I to wear. CEO, CFO, CMO, and all this. And it's like, how exhausting is that? I did not sign up for this. However, hey, if I choose to be in the world of business, it's a wake-up call. But it wasn't, I spent thousands of dollars, getting the business tactics and strategies and all that fully loaded. And yet I kept myself in procrastination, in perfectionism for over a decade. Wow. Thank you. And when I put in perspective business, if you're truly in business, listen to this. What is your billable hour? What is it? For me, I said, okay, if I say 200 per hour, geez, I could be a millionaire 10 times over, right? For every hour, for every 15 minutes, you procrastinating. And so if you're in that, that's okay. You want to put these 3 words behind it, wherever you are, for right now. That means it's right now. It's not forever. And then a choice you choose to make. And if you're on this podcast, that means you you are so fortunate. You're in a world of Carolyn Cooper and amazing people who can support you because they've been, we've all been through different journeys. And
so true.
Yeah. And then for me, I hate to say, it's like my bank account in reality was like dwindling, and a point where I might say, do I declare bankruptcy? Do I honor the debt and figure a way out? And then I say, why am I doing this? This is where if you're connected to your true purpose, your soul purpose, your big why, your North Star. And for me, it was huge. And so I surrendered. I had to basically surrender, say, okay, what does surrendering even mean? Because I'm not that kind of person surrendering. I'm the kind of person who like just go until I die. I thought, shit, I don't, excuse my language. I don't want to. The stressful hustling burnout. That was the big thing because, it was consuming and relationships fall apart. Friendships goes away. And that's not what we signed up for, isn't it?
It's not what we signed up for our life. And at a certain point, I think one of the most courageous things that we can do is to surrender, Chew.
Yeah.
I think that it is getting to that place that, okay, I'll let go to lead here. I will make that decision that I'll release the past and I'm open to what is going to be called for my next step. So there is I think it takes a ton of courage to surrender, but that's only when we get to discover our true calling, our true purpose, our true why, our reason, our meaning, our mission. That's when it shows up. Yet there is this courageous decision to let the past go in order to discover that. And my experience with people, and I know that you've done this because I know who you are, is that people don't want to release that control that they think they have. They actually don't have control of anything outside of themselves at all. It's an illusion. It's not true. It's a non-truth that we're in control of anybody else or anything outside of ourselves. The only control is what we have within our thoughts, in how we feel, and the choices and the emotions that we choose to embrace or not. So that moment that you decided to surrender, was that a moment of courage and fear at the same time, or was it inspiration and energy to move forward? I am curious.
Yeah. I would summarize that, it's like, what's the alternative? And when I looked at that, and then then it's almost like when I allow myself just to be what I call compassionate curiosity about show up, not just curiosity, but compassion, coming from a first kindness and lovingness for myself and what I want to do. And when I'm in that place, it's like the support showed up. You hear about synchronicities. Some of them is what Deepak Chopra called synchro destinies. So tend to meet the support. Like when you showed up at the time when I was like, it's like, oh, look at that, and you gave me that feeling that, wow, Carolyn Cooper has the struggles and she's done it. Look at that. And I had to borrow, because I didn't have much evidence of what I'm doing. I borrowed it. I claimed it, actually. I said, Carolyn is doing amazing. I'm going to claim that too. And then I say, something, it's reframed, say, she's not that special. And I'm not that special. Mm-mm. This is why you don't want to be special. If you're special, you're going to be, you'll be lost. When you say you're not special, that means that if it can happen, Carolyn, and she's amazing, this woman, but when you look at life, oh my gosh, I have that too. So from that place, we are special in the only way that we desire. I should say, the fire, right? Use the fire piece. Yeah.
It's important to find it. Mm. It's a decision to find it, to be curious about it, to discover it.
Yeah.
What Simon says about our why too. And I think it's the fuel that can feed the engine to keep going when it gets hard. then it also is the spark of creativity, of innovation and change within the business. Because I've changed my business. I've owned 4 businesses over the last 40 years and let some go and shifted to something else that became my calling. This podcast percolated for months in the vision of it and how I wanted to make a difference and have these intimate conversations of truth and meaning for people to hear. So, and then, that was my next calling and step. So I think it's important to take that time for silence and to listen to that internal voice of wisdom that wants to be heard. And I think when you were talking about busyness in corporate, and that's when we don't get that space for grace to be able to hear that guidance, to hear those directives on what's next for us. And so let me say this question to you. What are the key beliefs or mindsets that have helped you align with your highest purpose and attract those ideal clients?
He believes, and the thing is that I have to reclaim and honor my power, what I'm powerful for. There's a part of me that will always keep me saying not good enough at all and come from whatever happened, right, for me culturally and all that. That's okay, just to say that is, but it's not where I choose to come from anymore, right? And then if you have a pattern for that, you have a tough time, get support, get someone to help you, release that, to heal that. And then in the meantime, you are powerful in so many ways. So every day I would wake up and I say, I'm humorous, and that's my power. I'm quirky, that's my power. I am gentle, that's my power.
Right.
And then, right? Something like that, simple, and then before you know it, I said, I'm creating brilliance, that's my power. And I just found out I am energy of angel of abundance, and that's my power.
Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. It's making that decision, right? So with my philosophy that Emma taught me when I was 18, it's thinking above the line. So it is realizing that I have this decision, choice, and opportunity every moment to be for me, not against me. And that I have that responsibility, and I'm 100% accountable for every single solitary thought that I put into this computer. So why would I feed it processed food rather than chia seeds, hemp seeds, whole grains, and fruit and vegetables? I mean, to be healthy mentally. So the way I look at it, it's a nourishment. It's an adding to rather than taking away from. So that's what Emma always said to me, Carolyn, make decisions in your life that add to, not take away from. So to me, that includes relationships. That includes decisions on moving forward on this path of contributing to the world and making a meaningful difference, which is my mission in this podcast as well. So what is it that I can do that is proactive, intentional in taking action? So one of your aspects, can you share a core intention or practice that helps coaches move from the hustle, the confusion, the exhaustion? I mean, I used to be there, and to be into this space of calm confidence.
Yeah. You got to claim what is important to you, right? So we all say we all in a business, but I realized that I wanted my business to harmonize with the rest of my world. Harmony. I wanted harmony. And I say that that's important to me. And I then set graceful boundaries to protect that. And whatever doesn't serve, you just have to say, thank you, let it go. Thank you, let it go. And when you do that, you know what? there is a part of your mind, your brilliant mind is subconsciousness. When you set a beautiful intention, you use your conscious mind as your goal setter. And then you tell your unconscious mind, which is your goal getter, that this is what I want to have. There's a folder in your subconscious mind with like beautiful, harmonious life that includes business, relationship, whatever. And then you tell it what is important. And then if you take the action, the aligned action towards it, then that's where the stick factor comes in. Everybody say, oh, I've been into this coaching, I've taken this course. They're not sticking. I keep going back to where I was previously. And you know what? That's not going to stop. Because when you're out of this uncomfort zone, there's another part of your mind, which is the protective mind, that will want to protect you, keep you secure. Doesn't say it's going to do it in a healthy way. So if your way to do that is to go, binge on shows or just procrastinate or do whatever, it will bring you there. And you have to say, thank you, you've supported me. However, I choose these other ways because I want to have a harmonious life, business and all that stuff.
Yes. And you got to have a reason.
Yes.
So there has to be a reason in there. Because unless there's a reason, we're not doing anything different. The change happens when we have a reason. And I believe that it has to have a reason connected not only to your mind, it needs to be connected with your heart. Your mind and your heart are connected and aligned. That's when you feel it. That's when the purpose becomes passion. And magic happens, miracles happen in my life, and I've witnessed it in many, many, many of my clients and people that are close to me happen. Yet, it's a decision. See, I think it's what you said when we started this podcast. It's a decision to stay stuck. It's a decision to procrastinate. It's a decision to not have that conscious awareness of what matters most to me and moving towards that. It's a decision not to do that. So it's that simple. And what I love is witnessing people who redecide. Okay, so I'm going to take this hard right, and I'm going to go on this path right here. Yeah, I'm going to go down that. So I'm on this path. I want to speak globally. I'm flying to Boston next month. I'm flying to Vegas in December. And I want to bring this love-inspired leadership principles, concepts, truth to the world. And everything I do every day is in alignment with what that is. My preparation, my planning, my purpose to be healthy and whole, my purpose to get enough sleep. So there's a lot of things that need to happen in order to create that ultimate vision. And it takes preparation, patience, planning, self-forgiveness, compassion, yet there's got to be a point in time that you surrender to it and you decide. And then everything changes.
Yeah, I call my 3 C's. The first, clarity. Clarity was important to you, what you want, right? And then commitment. And I'm going to ask, the conscious brain like to talk about commitment. Yeah, commitment sounds good. All right, I'm going to ask you 0 to 10. How committed are you? And if your number is below 7, that means it's usually filled with fear and doubts, which is okay for right now. Okay, don't stop there. Go talk to someone, find someone, get out of that. Because it's only when you're committed totally from the energy of hopefulness, optimism, that's when you expand yourself in the zone. I'm going to call it the manifestation zone.
Yes.
Okay, the beginning. Now we can get the 3 E's in, which is me and mine is excited, exhilarated, ecstatic. Wow! Guess what happens? You become, I call you 5G. You are so pure vibration. You telecast it out. You shine from inside out, and people. It's like going to when you go into a room of strangers, the people you just want to go hang out with because you feel that. Some people, they want to stay away. Exactly. So commitment. When you make commitment, The third thing, courage. Takes a lot. Because at the beginning, you got to know it's a new thing. You're in uncomfort zone. You're like a kindergartner, training wheels.
Yes.
Be kind to yourself. That,
Be gentle with yourself. Honor yourself. Have self-forgiveness. Have self-compassion. You're learning new neural pathways that will build your strength of character. So I go on a jaunt, I call it every day, 5 kilometers. It's not a jog, it's not a walk, it's in between. And I receive nature's nourishment. And I look at these trees and I touch the branches of the tree that grow. And the way I look at it is the roots of this tree are the strength of my character. The branches of this tree are my new neural pathways of the strength of character in being who I am meant to be as a love-inspired leader. And it inspires me every time I touch those branches, because this is what I tell myself. I'm building new neural pathways of conviction, clarity, commitment, and ease, grace, and peace of mind in my journey to make a difference in the world, because we're meant to not do this alone too. It's exactly what you said a few minutes ago. If we're stuck, we need to reach out and ask for help, and you deserve it.
Yeah.
Give yourself permission to receive support. Yeah. I've had many great coaches. I've had many masterminds I've been in that have just guided me and supported me and directed me on the exact path I needed to go. So I invite this audience to reach out to Chew, have a conversation with her. And I have a gift for you too, to increase your ability to think above the line. And I call it think above the line living. It's to live, lead, and love unapologetically with courage, which is your third C there, Chew. Now, isn't that interesting? And my gift to you is every day you'll get an email with a 2 to 3 minute recording with reflections, journal prompts. It is my sacred gift to the world with 21 days to just create that ground, that foundation, that clarity, and that ease, flow, and grace. So, Chew, thank you for being on my podcast. This went by like so fast. Thank you for your contributions to the world too. I mean, you're a light for people too. You want to.
Yeah, and to all can be. And I always say, this song about, this little light of yours, I'm going to ask you to claim it. This big light of yours.
Yeah.
Gotta let it shine.
I love
this
that.
Light of yours. Let's shine together.
Well, it is. And we're never meant to do this alone, ever. And the opportunities are out there. So for our listeners, my question to you is this, as we wrap up here today. Where could you let go of the struggle this week and invite more ease, flow, and grace into your life with your own superpowers into business and life? Thank you for joining us on the Love Inspired Leadership Podcast. Chew, we will see you again. Thank you so much for spending this time with me.
Thank you, and blessings, everybody.
Thank you. Thank you for joining me on the Love Inspired Leadership Podcast. If today's episode stirred something in your soul, share it with someone who's ready to aim higher. Keep holding your vision, anchor in your truth, and take intentional, inspired action, because love is all there is.
Hey, I'm Michelle Abraham, founder of the High Vibe Podcast Network, and we are honored to have Carolyn Cooper's Love Inspired Leadership show as part of our network family. For more inspiring shows like this one, visit highvibepodcastnetwork.com, and don't forget to grab your free gifts from our hosts in the gift folds. Till then, stay high vibe and keep sharing your life.